Somebody come get 'em, they're too old for TikTok.
Hello, and welcome to Two Olds for TikTok. This is episode 244. This is the second time we have started this episode because Catalina decided to scream at me because I skipped a video that we're supposed to start with. So before she yells at me again, I would like to not even say hello to Catalina. I'd like to just feature this video by Jay Jordan.
Oh, I can't even do the intro to the video? Wow.
Nope,
Wow.
playing the video now. Shh.
Authoritarian.
Do you know how abused you have to be to think 29 degrees? Thank God.
So it's about the weather. What a topic to talk about.
I think this is an amazing video, Dina.
I do too.
Many
agree.
of us have been
I agree.
suffering these
I've been
past...
suffering the most.
Okay.
I have a baby I couldn't take outside.
Okay. I think that it's not a competition. It's not to
You were trying to make it a competition.
To quote a colleague said in the meeting that I was in once, this isn't the trauma Olympics.
Catalina's whispering because she's at her office.
Anyway, I thought that this was great because it is true that we're like some sort of like Stockholm syndrome when it comes to the weather right now. And I think that it's amazing. And Dina was rudely trying to steamroll her way into her FYP.
I was going to get back to it. But anyway, I would like to say, yes, it's been a very hard winter with a baby that I can't bring outside when it's negative degrees. But in the 40s, I bring Lila outside. It's wonderful. We went to our first restaurant today.
What restaurant?
We went to a diner, like our local diner. They were very accommodating. We sat next to the stroller. She slept the whole time like a little perfect angel baby.
That's very nice. I think that actually this is a good age to bring children to restaurants because unless they start crying, they just sleep or sit there.
Exactly.
And then when they're a toddler, they start having
they start running around. That's when it's difficult and they start getting bored. But no, it was great. I had a Greek salad with tuna.
I know exactly where you went, and I probably could have guessed your order.
No, you don't know because you've never been there.
Wow, that's rude. So you didn't go to the one on the corner around from your house?
No, I didn't. We took a little walk because it's nice out. It's 40 degrees out.
Well, I'm going to talk about the Olympics and steamroll you and say that I tried to watch the Olympics multiple times. And every time I try to watch the Olympics, I turn on Peacock and it's ads. It's 3 solid minutes of ads.
3 minutes?
And then it's like someone's standing on a hill, not snowboarding. And then it's more ads.
I think it's you.
I haven't watched the Olympics. And then also, Peacock, within 24 hours, takes off the primetime events.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, here's what I've been doing. I have YouTube TV. You know what? I'm going to let you log into my YouTube TV. This is an olive branch to you.
Should we say this, that we're doing that, like, on the internet? So
no,
that
I
YouTube
have.
Knows?
I could give you a user.
Thank you, Dina.
It's totally legal.
Oh my
But
God.
anyway, YouTube TV has been great. Also, being on maternity leave during the Olympics is really great. So, yes, I'm complaining about the weather, but the Olympics, like, it kind of balances out because I could sit and watch live all day, and it's been my favorite thing. I want to give an update before I get into the TikTok pages. As of recording right now, one of my favorite bobsledders just won gold in the mono bob. Alana.
What's a mono bob?
It's a one-person bobsled, only one person, mono, you know?
You know, I figured that out the second I started saying it, but I had to finish what was coming out of my mouth.
Alana Myers-Taylor won the gold in the monobob. It's her 4th Olympics. She has 2 children, and she's just an incredible person. I follow her on Instagram for years and years, and it's her first gold at the games. Very happy for her.
And Quad God fell?
Quad God fell many times, yes.
Wow.
There's a lot of videos about that. Apparently, he was also posting at like 3 a.m. I don't know if it was TikToks or Instagram. I saw some meme of it of really just not disturbing quotes, but sad boy quotes.
He was crashing out over his crash out. I mean, he's young.
Understandable.
There's so much
He's
pressure.
21. Yeah.
Ugh, these people, they're not well. Well, Dina, tell us about your For You page.
My For You page, which is very similar to our TikTok chat, getting a lot of the same videos, is The first one's about Johnny and Tara, and it's a satire. It's by Cow Print Cowboy Hat.
So that was a really strong performance for them. So this skater is competing with a really severe injury, and you almost can't tell. Although there is absolutely no way this skater will at all be in medal contention, they gave it a lot of heart. So this pair did manage to come out a point or two ahead of the last skaters, who had a bunch of really bad mistakes. So they are fighting to probably get 5th place, but that's the best we've seen them skate in a long time, really.
This is a perfect encapsulation of what Johnny and Tara say. I absolutely love when you can tell that they know the ice skater is not going to come anywhere near the podium, but they're trying to be nice, but sometimes it comes off really sassy.
I wish that I could expand on this, but I have not been able to watch anything more than ads. The Olympics going dun 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 dun, dun and someone standing on a hill not doing anything.
You'd appreciate this one, and you should maybe YouTube it, because there was a skater who skated to the music of Conclave. So he wore an outfit that was like a sort of priest vibe outfit, and he was obviously not going to podium. So the only thing Tara said was, I love the music. And he actually had like a quick outfit change, which Johnny loved. So Johnny only commented on the outfit and Tara the music, not on the skating at all, because he was not that great.
I love the double feature of Johnny and Tara on Traders at the same time as the Olympics.
So good.
I'm just so intrigued by them and their entire dynamic with one another. I really think so much of it is informed by not having a normal childhood, and then meeting someone who had your exact life experience.
Trauma bonding. Oh, for sure.
Because they are so kind of like, someone else, there was a good TikTok of them like sitting on each other.
Oh, yeah. They lay all over each other. They really are family.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm happy for them.
I love them.
I want to know more about how Johnny does his hair / get inspiration for it.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to a bobsled video by Kelly Man No.
I saw this picture on Facebook, and I thought it was an optical illusion. Am I the only one who did not know that the bobsledders literally go sideways? Like parts of their track where they turn is like straight up and down vertical. Because if I would have known that, I would have made way less fun of them. That makes it like way more interesting. I'm not even smart enough to understand how they freeze the ice sideways, because it's water first, doesn't it drip down?
So what I have to say about this is, yes, like bobsledding is absolutely crazy that you go sideways. And I went bobsledding. I feel like I've told this story before, but it was rough. It was not a smooth ride down. I remember I hit my arm on the side because I was holding on so tight, and I had a lot of bruises. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I would love to do it again. And I blame my parents, Pamela, if you're listening, for me not being an Olympic bobsledder. I didn't have, nature versus nurture. I wasn't nurtured into being a bobsledder.
It's really interesting that you're so fixated on bobsledding specifically as your sport as well.
That's it would have been my sport.
There's just so many sports. Assign me a sport, please.
I could see you curling.
Shut the fuck up.
Why? Is that an insult?
You just said I hate curling last week. I
didn't say I hated it. I said I don't watch it because I don't understand it.
So you want me to do the boring sport no one understands?
Not no one. I just don't. But I think you could sweep well.
That is so rude. I want you to think on this and come back to me with a better sport. I'm insulted. I would like to also say that you sent a very cute video that I missed because the TikTok Tertulia is too active, too old, and too active for TikTok, and I can't keep up with the video, so I got lost in the shuffle. But you sent a really good video of Lila watching the Quad God and her reactions. I mean, she doesn't know what she's watching.
She's a baby,
but
yeah,
it's very good.
She loves to watch the Olympics, but she had perfect reactions to Ilya falling. Ugh. The next video is a great transition, speaking of Catalina being only good at curling, because the creator, the other Stallion Daily, is doing the out of shape Olympics. The other Stallone Daily, excuse my reading.
I'm sending you back to college. I just want you to know, I mean, for the listeners out there, this is not new. This is not pregnancy brain. Dina in college spelled Starbucks wrong.
What did I spell?
Yeah, you spelled Starbucks wrong. Yes,
no.
you did. You did.
When did
in college, when we were roommates.
Well, Starbucks is a brand. It's not.
So it's Starbucks.
How did I spell it?
I don't remember. I just remember
I don't
you spelled
believe it. This
Whatever.
is fake news.
Whatever.
This is fake news.
Whatever. Believe me. Okay, believe women. Believe curlers. All right, continue.
Every time the Olympics roll around, I always see people begging to have one unathletic person compete in all the events. So this year I took matters into my own hands and decided that I would be that unathletic person. And thus my series, The Out of Shape Olympics, was born, where I compete in as many Olympic events as I am physically able to handle to finally show you how a regular, average person would compare to these Olympians. And for today's event, we are doing the skeleton. Now, little history lesson for those who are unfamiliar with the origin of skeleton. Basically, someone saw kids tobogganing and thought to themselves, how can we make this 1,000 times more dangerous? And their solution was to send people headfirst down an ice track going over 100 kilometers an hour. Hey, that sounds really dangerous. Should we give the athletes padding, maybe? Of course not, because that would slow them down. Give them as little to wear as possible. And then another fun little inside scoop from skeleton. All you see is ice flashing before your eyes, and you just feel the speed of which you're going. And I was going 96.2 kilometers an hour. With that in mind, let's take a look at the results. Here are the times of the men and women who came in first, times of the men and women who came in last, and then of course my time. But let me also give you the adjusted time here for myself. My time is for only doing it once, down about halfway through the track. Real Olympians obviously do the entire track, and then they go 4 times to get a total accumulative time for the win. And for my time, we're also making a very hopeful assumption that I do not crash. And don't worry, there is so much more Out of Shape Olympics to come, so don't forget to follow for more.
This is such a good idea, and I wish I was the one to be doing this, because I would love to try the luge. I would love to try the skeleton. I would also be terrible at all these things. So I'm happy for this creator to be doing this and showing us how talented these athletes truly are.
And her time, to me, didn't seem bad. She was like a minute. I mean, she did say the caveat that she went a bunch of times, or you have to go a bunch of times if you're on skeleton, and she only did it once.
Well, no, she also like started halfway down the track too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that she had done like a full thing and was only a minute under the Olympians, which to me is like, I don't know, if an Olympian runs like a 3-minute mile and you run a 4-minute mile, I'm still impressed.
Yeah, I think it's different for the sliding sports, because those are, you know, from first to last place are hundreds of seconds or seconds. So a minute is actually a lot of time percentage wise. So it could, maybe she just did a minute. Okay, next and last for the Olympics, a video by Scotty Gange. And this was prevalent for past Olympics. There's an app, and each athlete has to pronounce their names. So this creator found the funniest one.
My favorite part of the Olympics right now is that on the Olympic app, every single athlete has to pronounce their name. They do it in regular time, regular speed, and then they have to do it slower. And this is the best one.
Mary Bocock. Mary Bocock.
You can hear her giggle at the end.
Bocock.
Good for Mary. It's fun. I've been going through and listening to a lot of them. My next favorite is got to be, Gabriel Landeskog. I made a whole video on this yesterday because we learned what his name sounds like in Swedish.
Gabriel Landeskog. Gabriel Landeskog.
You can hear there's a person back there saying like, okay, now again, but slower. I think I'm going to spend all day trying to find the best names and name pronunciations that there is on this Olympic app. It really is fun. I spent last night looking for like 20 minutes, but I'll do a better deep dive and see what else I can find.
I just love that she's laughing at the end. Like, she knows it's ridiculous.
I think I've been realizing something on TikTok this week, which this just triggered it, but it kind of connects back to the Epstein files, which is some people, everything goes back to the Epstein files. Some people, their thing on TikTok is combing through mass amounts of information and making a video about it. So one of these that I've seen frequently is the videos that are of Olympians pronouncing their names, where people are like obviously going on this website and going through all this to find the best ones to do the work for us. Then I'm seeing people who seem to be in like active manic episodes combing through all of the Epstein files and reporting back like things they've found in them. I think that's just like a genre of TikTok these days.
It is, and it's good because we want our information quickly. And you know who'd be good at this is Melissa. Especially, I feel like she should be making videos about the Epstein files. I think she's maybe moved on slightly from heated rivalry. and now is going to Epstein file theories.
That's not good. And I would also say in this attention economy, I actually don't think it's a net good to have all information quickly. I think that people need to learn how to parse information and use their brains.
I agree with that, yes.
But also I won't be reading the Epstein files, so...
Absolutely not.
And I barely will be watching those videos. All right. Excellent.
Excellent. What is on your For You page?
Well, my first video is by Baldwin Anna. Maybe Baldwin Anna? I think it might be. Anyway, this girl does a video about whether or not you have a short torso. She tells you how to measure yourself.
Do this first. Take 2 hands, put them under your bra line on top of each other. If your belly button is under this second hand, you have a shorter torso. I have tips for you. Be careful not to wear too much of a high rise. You could see here, there's such little room between the bottom of her bra and where she defined the waist. She does the same thing here where it kind of truncates her body. Instead, if she drops the waist like an inch or so longer, it looks more balanced with top and bottom. You'll also notice the full length pant is better than defining the waist and defining the ankle.
Did you measure yourself, Dina? It's one hand under your bra line and then the other hand under that hand.
It's above the belly button.
So you do not have a short torso.
I have a long torso. Yes, I believed I did have a long torso before I tested this, and then I did the test, and I do.
I wouldn't jump to long.
Oh, average.
I mean, unless your hand is significantly above your belly button. Is it?
I have to stand up.
Speaking of your belly button, Dina, can we do a check-in right now? Show me.
My belly button has reverted to less small. It's kind of normal.
You started out with a small belly button.
I did. It's gone back.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad to see it again. I really missed you.
The belly button. So what do you think? Is my belly button back to normal, even though it was never normal?
It's the new normal, so to speak. It's definitely more normal than that thing you had going on before that was
when I was pregnant.
Really
it was just a pinhole.
It was really like you were about to be like Kyle XY, the guy with no belly button on that sci-fi show.
Well, I had an ultrasound tech tell me that it was the cutest thing she'd ever seen. So to you it was disturbing, but to others it was the best belly button they've ever seen.
I disagree, but I'm glad that someone was saying supportive things to you while you were pregnant.
Yeah, if my friends couldn't, I'm glad a stranger did.
Excellent. Well, this next one is a creator who I love, Glam Demon 2004. She kind of stopped making content for a while and came back. Yeah. She was the one who said spell pharaoh.
I don't remember that.
Basically, this video was her talking about people being shallow and placing too much value in their looks, and she ends the video. This is sort of like what made her a bigger, or I guess it went viral because of this line, but so she ends the video by being like, spell pharaoh, like that'll impress me. And so that sort of mic drop as a line, spell pharaoh, is one of the reasons why this creator is known. So this is kind of her type of, it's in line with her style, I guess, on the type of like cultural commentary she does. This video is about just going anywhere.
Everyone's doing way too much research about where to go out and which places have the exact vibe they're looking for. You need to just go to random places and leave it up to God. Trust, it will get you everywhere. And I love a good recommendation in terms of the food here is great, there's a fierce happy hour deal, but we're getting a bit too in the weeds in terms of which places have the exact crowd you're looking for. Baby, we don't know. Especially when it comes to meeting people, because why are we talking about where can I find men in their 20s and 30s who will approach me and don't have commitment issues? First of all, nobody knows what to tell you. Second of all, even if we did, you probably wouldn't like the answer, because if you think there's a place normal young men frequent that's trendy and has a coat check and a passable espresso martini, you are out of your mind. Hope you like Guinness. Where can I go to meet friends who are my exact age and are in my exact industry and who are fun? And just go anywhere. Go anywhere. Do what the rest of us do. Find a bar in your neighborhood that has a jukebox and a reasonably priced frozen margarita. There are no amount of TikTok recommendations that can replace good old serendipity. And one last thing, know this. If you go to a place you learned about on TikTok, you will be surrounded by TikTok-type people. Exactly. And that's why we gatekeep. Remember what happened to Bemelmans? Let that be a cautionary tale.
I love this video and I agree with her. And I thought back to my dad's parking theory, which is when we used to go to the city together, we didn't have any restaurant in mind. It would be wherever he found a parking spot, we would go to the nearest restaurant. And we found amazing restaurants like that. So it was literally go anywhere, like no research. And it was so fun. And I need to do that more often because so oftentimes we want to go to the viral place. And it's a lot of planning. It's just like, if you're in the neighborhood, something looks good, try it out.
Mm-hmm. This is in line with the over optimization of our lives issue that we've been talking about a little bit, that kind of came up when we were talking about like sleep tracking and whatever, and all these different ways that we can do the quote unquote best version of something. And I mean, it's been around for a long time, but with having all these reviews, it is true that you're often swayed, especially if you're on a trip and you're like, I need to not waste my time. I don't want to waste a meal. But I think we're forgetting that so much of it is not just the meal and having the supposedly best meal, but it's also the experience. And I know that you said some things when you went to Japan where you're like, some of our favorite meals were the ones that we hadn't planned.
Yeah, I think we did a good job of planning a bunch of them, but I think you always need to leave more to chance and leave it open. And also the scheduling of it all. It's like some days you don't want to be like, I have the 8:00 reservation, so I have to be there. It's just, if you're having a fun day, you would stay out longer, you go in earlier, it's
right. I mean, you can also do it like you explore an area, but we don't need to be so hyper regimented because the exploration is part of it. I was just talking about this yesterday with someone where I was like, I feel like now when I go to Madrid, I used to always walk in the routes that I knew, and now I'm always using Google Maps, which in a sense is interesting because I'm taking routes I didn't used to take, but I'm also not just living and exploring in the city. I'm being I'm being efficient.
And you're looking at your phone while you do it usually too.
I'm doing maximal efficiency, which Sam, friend of the pod, is really into, but I think that there's something to wandering.
There's a good balance, yes.
Yeah. And then the final thing on my FYP that I think really spoke to me because of having worked in restaurants for so many years was by Daniel Rabinowitz.
The other day, I saw somebody on TikTok asking if people who work at restaurants can tell when you order from the same place like 900 bajillion times. And of course, the answer is yes. So like when DoorDash comes and sends an order, it'll be like, oh, Daniel, loyal customer, 18 previous orders or something like that. Well, there would be this one guy who would order from the Italian restaurant I worked at when I first moved to LA. And every single day, without fail, he would order the chicken ravioli. And the notes would say no butter, no sauce, no nothing, like literally just boiled noodles. 5 noodles came in one order. He would order 2 orders every single day. And if that's not enough, by the way, it was also like 3 times a shift. Like, I'm not playing. I would be there for like 8 hours. It was definitely like a long-ish shift. But 3 orders of 2 orders of ravioli every single day. And so I wouldn't even it was a slow restaurant. If we would hear the little ticket print, I would literally just turn and the cooks would be like, Matthew B. And I would be like, Matthew B. And then they would ask how many, because sometimes it would be just one. And then I would tell them and then they would prepare it and we would get it ready. One time I left a little note for Matthew B. and I was like, oh, you're my favorite customer ever, or whatever. He never answered or never said anything.
The comment section in this is what
it's
absolutely
so
killed me.
Yes.
Because I'm coming at this from having worked in restaurants and remembering, I was talking to Ivan at length about the characters the regulars they're truly like a character in my brain. They're going to be there I think about Paul all the time. I think about the lady who came in and ordered ahead all the time, they live in my brain.
But do they think about you?
Well,
Probably
what's
not.
interesting is that the comment section was not really from service industry people. It was from people who are those people.
Exactly.
Being like, oh my God.
The top comment was, this feels like a HIPAA violation. The next comment was, I ordered mountain melts from the ale house by my house every day for 2 weeks straight. In parentheses, leave me alone. And I got a LinkedIn notification that the manager of the location looked at my profile.
I mean, yeah.
Of
are
course.
you good?
It's like, who is this guy doing this? Yeah.
For me, if you've worked in the service industry, you are very aware of regulars how they're perceived, good or bad. You can be a good regular or bad regular, you know? So often there are bad ones, but you can also be a really amazing regular.
Yeah.
But if you have not worked in that and don't know about that, I think that's why you're more likely. Like, I would never want to behave in this way because I'm too aware of being perceived, which maybe is bad and I should just live my life. But
yeah. I think of Ben and Hot Jumbo. He's like friends with the guy now at the register because they talk about the Yankees all the time. And I lived here longer than Ben, and I was never friends with the bagel store place, but I've been going there longer. But like, he actually has a rapport, and it was so sweet when Lila was born. They gave us a free thing, like a free bagel and stuff. And that's the nice part about being a regular somewhere. The familiarity.
Familiarity.
Can't say it. What's wrong with those?
Familiarity. No, it's, wait. You say familiar, and then you say ity.
Yeah.
Familiarity. No, you're adding an extra R. Familiarity. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Just never say it again.
Okay.
But, well, I think there's also a distinction between going to a bagel shop and ordering a bagel regularly, going to a coffee shop and ordering a coffee regularly, and ordering plain ravioli, multiple orders 3 times a day, every day. That is diabolical. That is the type of shit that I'm going to be thinking about you the rest of my life.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect. Well, food and drinks.
Food and drinks. We have a McDonald's Caviar update. We spoke about that last week. I was on the site, so was Catalina, and the site crashed immediately. There was no way we were getting these Caviar McDonald packs. Of course, went to TikTok, and there were a lot of videos about it. The first one is by the G-Man Sour.
McDonald's only had 750 kits of their McNugget Caviar, and let me show you where I found that. So if you go onto the McNuggetCaviar.com website, right, scroll all the way down to where it says terms and conditions here. You see where it says how to participate during the offer period, visit, the website, follow the instructions. The first 750 eligible individuals to submit a valid offer claim form will get, and they go through everything that is in the kit. I feel like I have even more questions for McDonald's now. Why were they promoting this so heavily if they only had 750 kits? I mean, I'm sorry, 750, that number seems quite low to me. I would have at least expected a few thousand kits to be available with the way that this was being promoted. This is quite the disappointment, I'm not even gonna lie, and to see so many others commenting and posting that they had the exact same experience, were not able to get into the website, had a white screen, had an error screen, and now to find out there was only 750 kits. McDonald's, come on, do better, man.
Okay, having that amount of kits is so insane. To his point, why would you promote it so much? And they gave it to influencers, and I saw it was on the Today Show.
It could have been a sweepstakes.
Right. Very strange.
Although, now that we know from our friend who was saying in marketing, if people are talking about you, even though they're mad, it's good.
Right. And to this next creator's point, the socialite Files, she has a great point about how it was just a marketing scheme.
The McDonald's caviar situation, a caviar calamity, the great caviar calamity of 2026. My friends, we got Alta'd, we got Fire Festivaled. Give me the cheese sandwich from the Fire Festival right now. Because it appears that McDonald's, allegedly, this is my conspiracy theory, that they're trying to hawk a new spicy hot honey sauce, and that this was what this was all about. Because if we read between the lines here, they said, unfortunately, we sold out our McDonald's caviar nuggets for everyone's Valentine this year. But, however, you can elevate your caviar nuggets with our new spicy hot honey sauce, which you can try today at your local McDonald's. You can't try the caviar, though. That was for a phantom group of people. It's the grand caviar crash out. In the words of Ja Rule, I too was hustled, scammed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, and led astray. McDonald's, how could you do this to me? ?
So they did say try the new spicy hot honey sauce, which
fuck you,
but also that sounds good.
No,
I do want to try it though. It worked on me.
Dina, are we gonna have McDonald's this weekend?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
That would be good. I do like to have McDonald's close to my birthday.
I even downloaded like an extension to auto refresh.
That was
the
crazy.
page.
That was real crazy of you.
I just wanted that caviar.
I don't blame you for that. There is a video by a creator, Anastasia Natalia, and she actually got the caviar. There's no audio. She's just showing it, and I'm happy for her.
But is she a
guess.
normie?
Yes, she's a normie with like 1,000 followers.
Well, was she the first person who clicked? They knew their website was gonna. There is no way that website wasn't gonna crash.
It was like Ticketmaster.
Absurd. But you know what? It was 10 minutes of my life wasted.
Last but not least, we have the Churchill Fields Report. It's a great video that Sam sent by Os_I.
I've only ever done it twice, but my best date idea is still drink and a psychic. You go to the bar, you get a drink or two, and then you immediately go to the nearest psychic and see what they're going to say about you and this person you barely know. What could go wrong?
I think this is a great idea.
It is a great idea. Would you do it if someone presented it to you?
Go to a psychic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how much is the psychic? Who's paying?
If the guy was chivalrous, I guess he would be paying.
I guess I don't really care about that, though.
I guess in New York City, there are all these little psychic stands that say like $10 reading. So that's what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning you go to dinner and then you go to a $10 reading.
I feel like it could go really poorly or really well in the sense that if it's someone you like already and you guys are like vibing, whatever happens at the psychic I guess it's a good way of like provoking a reaction.
It's a fun bit.
Yeah, I love a bit. So I would
memorable
definitely
date.
do it. Yeah.
I think if I was drunk enough, I would do it. I think if I had like 3 drinks, I was vibing with the guy.
Why do you need to be drunk to go to a psychic?
I don't know.
I don't think you
aren't really for me. That's why I would want a little liquid courage.
But courage? What? I would want to
go.
go.
If they said something scary about my life.
Well, I would want to go specifically if I didn't like the person. Also, because then if the psychic was like, you guys are going to end up together.
Oh, that actually is really funny.
That's funny.
But if I didn't like the person, my time is of the essence. I wouldn't want to spend more time with the person.
But historically, I was always very bad at ending dates.
Me too.
So I feel
like you're right.
It's like at least I'm entertained on this
True.
horrible
at least you're
date.
not sitting face to face chatting. You're talking to a psychic.
I've never been to I've been to like a spiritual whatever in Sedona where there were psychic readings, but I didn't want to pay for the psychic reading, so I only got my aura read. And someone in our group did the psychic reading, and the psychic told her parents were gonna die.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared.
But then
that's
they obviously didn't die. So
I
it's
know,
like,
but I don't want to hear that.
I mean, the fact that she was able to like bounce back from that weekend was.
I don't want to hear it. That's why I would want to be drunk. Anyway,
Dina, should we go to a psychic?
No. See, I don't want to go to
Why?
a psychic. No. Okay.
What about like some form of the occult?
Is
this a Jewish thing?
No, it's not a Jewish thing.
Just checking.
Wow.
I don't know. Some religions
it's
are
a
like
me thing. Okay. Well, we'll report back next week if we end up going.
Sorry for being anti-Semitic to wrap up this episode.
Seriously. Thanks for listening. Bye.
We love you. Bye.